All right. So now that we've defined who your customer is, it's time to dig a little bit deeper into developing her customer story. So a customer story is very important. A customer stories kind of tell the evolution of a customer and why they decided to use your brand, use your products and services over someone else's. And if you can tell the customer story very effectively, you can then begin to use that as a way to convince other people within your target audience to utilize your products or services. The way that you'll use your customer story is when you're ready to start creating those marketing materials to basically talk about why someone should use your product or service, is really getting back to how it's going to benefit them. It talks about how you solve their problem. Because, like I mentioned before, branding and marketing and the reason why you're even in business is solely to solve someone's problem. So, if you can define the problem and tell how you are the solution, that allows you to be able to better position your brand in a way where people understand the value that you bring. So, as part of the persona development process, part of that is telling the customer story. And so, there are four components to telling a great story when you're using a storytelling framework. The first step is setting the scene. What is the setting? What was your customer currently doing prior to being exposed to your brand? The next step is understanding the character, which is in this case the customer, and what their conflict is. What is the problem that you are solving? And what's your big idea on how you're going to solve it? And finally, once you address their problem with your big idea, what's the ultimate solution? What's the client going to gain from working with you? And so in the next sections, we will explore each of these components of the customer story step by step to help you develop the customer story for your brand.